left Rio de Janeiro, she'd been shocked to discover she was pregnant. Her burly, overprotective father had demanded to know the name of the man. Laura had been afraid he might go after Gabriel Santos with an ultimatum, or worse, a shotgun. So she lied and said she had no idea who her baby's father might be. She described her time in Rio as one gigantic shagfest, when the truth was that she'd had only one lover her whole life, and even that had been for a single night. One precious night. I need you, Laura. She still felt the violence of her boss's embrace as he'd pushed her back against his desk, sweeping aside paperwork and crashing the computer to the floor. After more than a year, she could still feel the heat of his body against hers, the feel of his lips against her neck, his hot, brutal kisses against her skin. The memory of the way Gabriel Santos had ruthlessly taken her virginity still invaded her dreams every night. And the memory of the aftermath still left a shotgun blast in her heart. The morning after he'd seduced her, she tearfully told him she felt she had no choice but to quit her job. He just shrugged. "Good luck," he said. "I hope you find what you're looking for." That was all he gave her, after 5 years of her love and devoted service. She'd loved her playboy boss, stupidly and without hope. It had been 15 months since she'd last seen Gabriel's face, but she could not forget it, no matter how hard she tried. How could she, when every day she saw those same dark eyes in her child's face? Her tears in the little white clapboard church an hour ago hadn't just been from happiness for Becky. Laura had once loved a man with all her heart, but he hadn't loved her back. And as the cold February wind whipped through their northern valley, there were still times she imagined she could hear his dark, deep voice speaking to her, only to her. "Laura." Like now. The memory of his low, accented voice seemed so real. The sound ripped through her body, through her heart, as if he were right beside her, whispering against her skin. "Laura." His voice felt really close that time. Really close. Laura's hand shook as she set down her glass of cheap champagne. Lack of sleep and a surfeit of dreams were causing her to hallucinate. Had to be. It couldn't be. With a deep breath, she turned. Gabriel Santos stood before her. In the middle of her family's crowded living room, he towered over other men in every way, even more darkly handsome than she remembered. But it wasn't just his chiseled jawline or his expensive Italian suit that made him stand out. It wasn't just his height or the strength of his broad shoulders. It was the ruthless intensity of his black eyes. A tremble went through her. "Gabriel?" she whispered. His sensual lips curved. "Hello, Laura." She swallowed, pressing her nails into her palms, willing herself to wake up from this nightmare, from this incredible dream. "You can't be here," she whispered. "As in here." "And yet I am," he said. "Laura." She shivered at the sound of her name on his lips. It didn't seem right that he could be here, in her family's living room, surrounded by friends and family eating potluck. At 38, Gabriel Santos owned a vast international conglomerate that bought and shipped steel and timber across the world. His life was filled with one passionate, single-minded pursuit after another. Business, adrenaline-tinged sports, beautiful women. Laura's lips turned downward. Beautiful women most of all. So what was he doing here? What could he possibly have come for, unless...